Hello brawlers and welcome to the BakuTalk news. I'm Haru. There is really only one story I want to talk about today, and that is regarding the second wave of Bakugan Mythics supposedly coming out. If you don't know what Mythics are, they are basically translucent reprints of older Bakugan from Battle Planet, only with different stats and abilities. The elemental Bakugan Mythics, like Dragonoid, have much higher stats though, which I still find absurd because chase and pay to win, LOL. The Mythics have really only been available at Five Below stores in America so far, and they even got a Walmart exclusive Mythic pack. The Mythic Bakugan have all had a built-in reroll ability with their core manipulation ability, with the exception of Aqua's Fangzor. This makes Mythic Bakugan competitively very difficult to deal with because you would purposefully miss your first roll and re-roll right on the core to give your ability, and if you have a minus or steel core ability, you're guaranteed to get that off. Or if both players are using Mythics, they would just purposefully miss until someone caves and it would stall the game. The main problem that Mythic Bakugan really had was the fact that they had built-in reroll abilities along with their core abilities. It's already strong enough that they had core abilities, but to give them built-in reroll as well will make them so annoying and so difficult to win against. In fact, any Bakugan that has a core ability with a built-in reroll is just busted. It doesn't have to be exclusive to Mythics, but so far as I know, Mythics are the only ones to have these. This is why a lot of competitive communities have either banned Mythics outright or limited them to just one per team. Now, it was previously reported that Spin Master was planning a second wave of Mythic Bakugan, as it was also leaked through Chinese sites. The second wave of Mythics was supposed to allegedly include Mythic Elemental Nilius that we saw on Bakugan's official channel being used because the video was produced by Jet Kuzo's production company, Red Swordfish Studios. Among the second wave, we found out that this wave would include Darkest Serpentes and Aqua's Dragonoid. Well, it came out a few days ago as of the time of this recording that the second wave of Mythics have apparently been released. The info was provided by Ram567 and it seems they have so far been released in Bulgaria. The stock photo images that list them for sale comes from joykidsbg.com. I have no idea what store that is. And the initial images that advertises these Mythics were concerning because these are just as broken, if not more broken, than the first wave of Mythics that came out. Example here is Aqua's Mythic Dragonoid, 507, double orange shield, remove a core from opponent's Bakugan on orange shield, and a built-in reroll. The built-in reroll is the problem here for pretty much all of them, especially Aqua's Fey Ninja. And I gotta be honest, when I saw Fangzor, I was ready to jump out of my seat and even throw my wallet away for it. Unfortunately, Elemental Mythic Nilius wasn't part of this. Now, the thing is, for better or for worse, the story takes a pretty unexpected turn. Ram567 actually went out and looked for these Mythics and found them. He posted the image of the character cards and it turns out they are completely different than what was shown in the stock photos. Dragonoid, Fey Ninja, and Serpentes are all just vanillas, and Fangzor, Trox, and Mantanoid had their stats, cores, and abilities completely changed. The good thing is that the rerolls were taken away, so now they've become a lot more balanced. But it is pretty weird how they show photos of their initial character card to advertise the product, only to put a completely different card in. Almost kind of borders on false advertising. That's why it's important to pay attention to news and videos like this so you won't get swindled. Now, I'm not going to go over how they are in the pro game. They all seem like generic, decently competitive Bakugan. Pyrus Mythic Trox is really just Chaos Platinum Colossus, but I want to talk about what could have potentially caused this change. Now, looking at the bottom right corner of the character cards for the Mythics and the stock photos, we notice that the set code for them is EV, which means Evolutions. But on the character cards you really get, the code is LE, which means Legends. Which can only tell me that these were initially supposed to be released for earlier in the year, but for some reason might have been delayed, and with Legends releasing already in Walmart, they changed their minds and wanted to release this to coincide with the main release. And the change in stats and abilities might be that they either realized their mistake with the first Mythics and fixed it to be less broken, or maybe they thought they seemed too similar to the first waves. But even still, these are not highly original because they are clones of other Bakugan that do the exact same things. This is all just speculation on my part because I have no idea what goes on in Spin Master's heads, but because the product code line was changed from Evolutions to Legends, this technically makes this a Legends first wave instead of an Evolution second wave, at least in my mind. Me personally, I wouldn't break my back to get any of these. I was going to rip out my spine for the initial Fangzor, but now, not so much. But what do you all think of this story? Let me know in the comments. The fourth wave of Evolutions has potentially been cancelled, but however, we also got some more new Legends Bakugan character cards revealed. So check out that story by pressing the video to the left, as well as watching the latest episode of Only Elite Bakugan featuring a battle between Kenji and EV. Support BakuTalk by pressing the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!